Wu Chen, after escaping a 1,000-year time loop, thought he'd finally caught a break, but no, instead of peace, he gets an angry goddess storming into the bathroom demanding answers. Wu Chen, what kind of man hides in the toilet? She slams the door, making sure to drag his attention back from his thoughts. He thought the loops were his worst nightmare, but now he's stuck explaining himself to her, and trust me, no amount of time manipulation could prepare him for this showdown. After 1,000 years of being stuck in the same damn day, Wu Chen steps into the shower expecting the same old loop, but this time, the water feels different. As the steam rises, he realizes, this ain't a dream, time started flowing. Guess what, July 8th finally arrived, and now, all bets are off. Time's moving forward, and so is seen straight into the unknown. Wu Chen's world is about to get steamy in more ways than one. Wu Chen finally bursts free from the cosmic joke that trapped him for a millennium. I'm finally free from this time and space prank, he shouts, laughing like a madman who's just been released from his padded cell. Half naked and shameless, he stands victorious as if the world owes him something. World, I'm here, wait for me. Brace yourselves, Wu Chen's about to take on the universe with nothing but his bare skin and newfound freedom. Wu Chen, fresh out of his 1,000-year time loop, thought he'd finally get some peace, but nope, just when he thought he could enjoy the present, bam, the universe throws him another curveball. The host has passed the Millennium test, and the time reincarnation system has been started. An ethereal voice announces, seriously, he just escaped eternity, and now there's a system, dripping wet, half naked, and confused. Wu Chen's mind races. Is this a system? I've awakened a system? It's like some twisted cosmic joke, right? First, trapped for 1,000 years, and now, he's been upgraded like some MMORPG character, and Wu Chen isn't just fighting time anymore, he's leveling up. Wu Chen finally thought his troubles were over after escaping that never-ending time loop, but oh no, the universe had bigger plans, and now, he's not just a regular guy with a beefed-up brain, he's packing some serious stats, strength 7, speed 9, but mental strength, a whopping 10, 158. Talk about overkill, and to make things spicier, he's got a new toy, time and space reset. Yeah, you heard it. He can now reset time at will, with a catch, of course, every time he plays God and rewinds the clock, it drains a bit of his precious time quota. First time's cheap, but by the 20th reset, he's looking at 524,288 points. Better not get trigger happy with that rewind button, Wu Chen, or you'll be bleeding points like a broken slot machine. And don't even think about abusing it unless you're ready to reset your life into oblivion. Wu Chen was just your run-of-the-mill student, struggling through life with no special talents until that cursed time loop decided to mess with his life for a solid 1,000 years. After being trapped in time for that long, you'd think he'd go mad, but nope. Wu Chen spent every loop leveling up, cooking LV9, driving LV9, fighting LV9, marksmanship LV9, you name it, he mastered it. Now, he's out of the loop. Literally. Time's back to normal, and he's packing 1,354 near-max level abilities. All those loops of being a chef, a sharpshooter, and a martial artist are finally going to pay off with the universe at his feet. Wu Chen's ready to flex every skill he's picked up along the way. Stay tuned, this isn't just survival of the fittest, it's Wu Chen's world now, and he's about to dominate it with style. Wu Chen, fresh out of a 1,000-year time loop, stands half-naked and grinning like a madman. Of course, that's not helping his case when a baffled girl peeks in, wondering if this guy's completely lost it. After all, it's not every day you hear someone maniacally laughing at their newfound freedom like they've just won the cosmic lottery. Is this guy crazy? She thinks, eyeing him cautiously. Well, after a millennium of being stuck in a time prison, maybe he's earned a little craziness, but hey. Wu Chen's not phased. Time's back to normal, and he's ready to conquer the world one shower at a time. So, are you alright? Oh, honey, Wu Chen's more than alright. He's about to redefine the meaning of normal. Wu Chen, basking in post-time loop bliss, declares, this is the best day I've had in 1,000 years, and you'd think that would be a reason to celebrate, but of course, there's always that one person who's unimpressed with your cosmic breakthrough. She glares at him, half-draped in a towel, asking if he'll insist on that shit, as if his millennium of suffering is just another Tuesday. Before Wu Chen can deliver his sarcastic comeback, banging on the door interrupts their little moment. Apparently, stealing the boss's car is a bigger offense than resetting time itself. But who's keeping track, right? Wu Chen, enjoying a quiet post-loop towel session, is suddenly reminded that normal days just don't exist for him anymore. As goons bang on the door, threatening to break it down over a stolen car, his companion scolds him, it's your fault for stealing someone else's car. But Wu Chen, grinning like a man who's reset the clock a few too many times, shrugs it off. I didn't know it was going to be a normal day. Normal, that's a luxury for people who haven't lived through 1,000 years of time resets. For Wu Chen, normal is dodging gangsters in a towel and wondering why time loops couldn't come with a do not disturb option. Coincidence? Hardly. Wu Chen, in his reckless charm, just swiped Wang's car, a man notorious in the underworld now. Isn't that just brilliant? But don't worry, Wang's got a soft spot for people who cross him, like when his parents were brutally attacked by social workers on someone else's payroll. Wang, he simply hacked them to pieces and got a 3-year vacation in prison for it. Now, Wu Chen's got the attention of a man who knows how to overcome, well, just about anyone. Wu Chen thought swiping Wang's car was just a fun little joyride, cute, right? But Wang, the guy who carved out his own slice of hell after hacking up his parents' attackers, is far from your average criminal. After his stint in prison, Wang didn't just survive, he thrived. He built an empire in East China, powered by brains and brutality, and now, Wu Chen has his full attention. Messing with such a powerful man? Oh, Wu Chen, you're in so much trouble. So, Wu Chen thought stealing Wang's car was his biggest mess up. Oh, sweet summer child, that was just the appetizer, and now, he's gone and borrowed Li Gongzi's name, a man with a reputation that sends shivers down spines. Yesterday, no less did I in the underworld. That's not just a problem, it's a death wish of the stakes. Let's just say, if Wu Chen doesn't handle this with some finesse, bodies are going to start piling up. So, darling, the $1,000,000 question is, what's Wu Chen's next move? Wu Chen, ever the perfectionist, decides he's had enough of the current timeline's imperfections. With a sly grin, he mutters, simple, while his companion watches in bewilderment, barely breaking a sweat. Wu declares, I'll just start it over. As he prepares to hit the ultimate reset button, you can almost hear the universe itself holding its breath. Wu Chen's not just about second chances, he's about making sure every move, every twist, is exactly how he wants it. Time to start again. Wu Chen isn't just playing with fire, he's rewriting the entire game. As the system coolly announces, the host is resetting for the first time on July 8, 2020, the timeline shatters, reflecting a twisted mosaic of Wu's past moves, consuming a precious time point. The reset begins, and in mere moments, the pieces fall perfectly into place. Reset successful. With a smug grin, Wu's left with 364,999 points to burn and a world that's about to feel his touch all over again. Ready or not, here he comes, again. Wu Chen, half awake and barely covered by a sheet, watches as the woman across the room demands answers with a sultry yet furious tone. Explain it, she snaps, holding her phone like it's about to expose his deepest secrets. The screen displays the impossible, 7:01. His heart skips a beat. Time really reset. He mutters, almost too calm for the storm brewing in the room. Her gaze is intense, expecting him to unravel the mystery, but Wu Chen, he's too busy wondering if he can rewind time again, this time, without the fiery interrogation. Wu Chen's morning just got a lot more interesting. She leans in, voice dripping with a blend of curiosity and frustration. Explain it now. But Wu Chen, ever the tease, smirks and brushes her off with a cool, there's no time to explain, so get dressed. Her eyes flare, but she's too close to back down now. Their breath mingling as tension electrifies the air, and just when she thinks she's in control, his sudden move leaves her gasping. A bite, a tease, just enough to leave her craving more. Wu Chen's morning is spiraling into a seductive mess of trouble. She crosses her arms, sulking with a pout that could stop hearts. Hey, I knew you wouldn't be responsible, but I didn't think you'd be so eager to get rid of me. Wu Chen, though, isn't fazed. He drops the bomb with a casual shrug. The car I stole belongs to a big man named Wang Zhuangyuan, and his men are about to come to my door. She stares, trying to process, while Wu Chen adds with a smirk, of course, you're not afraid, but I can't afford to mess with him as a commoner now. It's a race against time and desires. Can Wu Chen keep his cool, or is the heat about to catch up to them both? Wu Chen's world just got flipped upside down. She narrows her eyes, a spark of danger lighting up within them. Do you know who I am? She challenges, her voice laced with the kind of confidence that makes men tremble. Wu Chen, ever so curious, watches as she leans in closer, adding with a wicked grin, if you do, then you know you have to beg me to help you. Her hand rests on her hip, a teasing smirk playing on her lips. It's clear she's ready to play, but Wu Chen, he's already wondering just how far he'll need to go to win this dangerous game. Wu Chen pulls her close, his voice dripping with sarcasm and a dangerous edge. Just like you begged me last night, he teases, his lips curling into a smirk. Her eyes widen, momentarily caught off guard by his audacity, but she quickly recovers, shoving him away with a mix of frustration and embarrassment. Bastard, I'll let you die, she snaps, her words laced with both anger and something far more tempting. But Wu Chen, he knows he's just raised the stakes in their twisted game of passion and power, and he's more than ready to play. Wu Chen, ever the suave strategist, isn't fazed by a little snag. Sorry to disappoint you, he teases, but I know someone who can fix this easily. The question of what kind of person lingers in the air. Wu's response? A woman. One with a lot of heart. But this isn't just any woman, she's a mystery, a force to be reckoned with, and Wu's secret weapon. With a smirk, Wu knows the game's about to change, and he's holding all the aces, ready for round 2? Because Wu sure is.